Thank you for attending, and this is Lori Keith with Romantic Planet Vacations, and I'm about to present a webinar on romance in Costa Rica. So I'll tell you a little bit about myself. Again, it's Lori Keith. I have about 16 years experience in the travel industry, and I started the company Romantic Planet Vacations in 2004. We specialize in honeymoons, destination weddings, and romantic retreats. And I've traveled extensively to many destinations, including Mexico, Dominican, the Caribbean, Malaysia, Cook Islands, etc. And my trip to Costa Rica last year was phenomenal. I just rented a car, basically just drove around through the whole country, visiting different resorts and destinations within the country. And of course, I do it all for you. My contact information is Lori at romanticplanet.ca, and you can reach me toll-free at 1-866-247-8123 if you have any questions whatsoever about Costa Rica or any other destination. So let's get started. Hi there, my name is Lori Keith and I'm with Romantic Planet Vacations, and I'm about to take you on a journey through Costa Rica. I visited the country last year and just rented a car and traveled throughout the whole country, visiting different hotels and resorts and different destinations within the country. So I'm excited to present this to you. I do have 16 years experience in the travel industry, and I started my own company called Romantic Planet Vacations. We specialize in honeymoons and destination weddings, and I've, through my experience in the travel industry, have had the opportunity to travel extensively throughout the world. So I look forward to presenting this for you, and if you have any questions whatsoever, please do not hesitate to contact me at lori@romanticplanet.ca or on our toll-free line at 1-866-247-8123. All right, the way we're going to present Costa Rica to you is to actually send you out some invitations to 3 destination weddings in Costa Rica. So one is the Manuel Antonio, one is in the Arenal area, and one in Playa Conchel. So Costa Rica is in Central America, bordering Nicaragua and Panama. We have 2 airports in Costa Rica, international airports where we can fly from North America. So the main airport is in San Jose, which is the capital of the country, and then the other airport is Liberia. Liberia is the destination closest to the beach areas of Costa Rica. It's also where our chartered flights are travel into from Canada. So Transat Airlines, Thomas Cook, they fly there in the winter. And then with San Jose, we have scheduled airlines throughout the year, including American Airlines, Delta, Air Canada, etc. All right, so we've just taken our journey and we're just about to arrive at the San Jose airport. And here's our buddy, Mr. Taxi Cab Driver. He's just picking us up at the airport, and we're just going to let him know that we're heading downtown into the hub of the city. So Costa Rica, the capital again is San Jose. It's one of the youngest cities in all of Latin America. The airport is about 20 minutes from the center of town, so very convenient. And what most people do here for a Costa Rica stay, if they're traveling through San Jose, is to spend a night or 2 here, and that way you get to see the city side of the country, visit the museums, etc. It's also the central hub to the rest of the country because we have an airline that travels from San Jose to pretty much everywhere in the country. So if you have a shorter stay for availability to travel, then I would highly recommend flying to the different areas, and we'll touch base on that. Here's a shot of the city, and just to give you the vibe of it, it's a hustle-bustle capital city, and you know, the traffic, but great shopping, great architecture, etc. Of course, you have some markets and some, you know, just to give you that local flair of the country. So if you were going to incorporate San Jose in your itinerary, I would recommend these properties, the Barcelo San Jose Palacio, Barcelo Palma Real, the Doubletree, and these are all about 4.5 to 5-star properties, ideal for honeymooners and wedding groups as well. All right, for our first night, buena noche. Have a good sleep, and we'll see you in the morning. Like any capital city, we have your typical McDonald's, but we're just going to jump into our taxi and catch a ride to the domestic airport so we can travel to the rest of the country. So the domestic airport is the Tobias Bolaños International Aeropuerto, por favor. So the airline that takes us throughout the country is called Nature Air. So from San Jose, you can get pretty much everywhere, as you can see on this map, to the Arenal, the volcano area, Liberia. To the northwest is the beach area, and south of Liberia as well. Quepos is popular for the locals to get to the beach from San Jose. And then further south, those are the areas for a lot of the national parks and nature. The highlight here is that you can also travel to Panama or Nicaragua as well. So if you wanted to do a combo stay, such as Costa Rica and Panama, that's not a problem whatsoever with Nature Air. Here is a slide to show you, these are pictures that I've taken myself, just to give you an idea of what you see from the air, and they're just propeller planes, small, very quaint. All right, so we're going to arrive here at the Quepos Airport, and here we are. There's our little terminal. So we get off the propeller plane, walk down those the steel steps, and arrive at the airport. So Quepos is the town closest to Manuel Antonio. Quepos itself is a sleepy village, and Manuel Antonio is one of my favorite national parks in Costa Rica because it has almost everything that you'd need. It has the beaches, the tropical rainforest, and all the flora and fauna and animals you can imagine, from monkeys to parrots to sloths. This is where I saw most of the animals in my whole journeys throughout Costa Rica. The village of Manuel Antonio is quaint, trendy, the backpacker tourist community, and lots of hills and valleys, and it's a neat place to go and see. So we're going to jump in our car rental perhaps, or our bus to our hotel, and these are little greeters that we get when we arrive here. All right, since we are the closest to the best national parks, some of the best national parks in Costa Rica, I say let's go hiking. Everywhere you go within the national park, there's here, for example, you see the leaf cutter ants, so they move around the floor. Here's a picture I took of just the natural environment itself. And everywhere you look in the national park here, there are waterfalls. You just follow these paths that take you all over the place, and they end with, an inviting waterfall that you can jump into, or a beach with very warm and inviting ocean waters. So this is one of the beaches in the Manuel Antonio National Park. As you can see, very expansive. The water is very gentle, and it's a great opportunity after a long hike to dip in the water. So if you're going to go for a hike in the national park, I would recommend taking your swimsuit. And then we can take a quick trip to the village of Manuel Antonio, where every day at around noon these little monkeys come down to greet the tourists and let you take pictures of them. And it's a lot of fun. So these are our top recommended hotels in the Manuel Antonio area. I personally stay at the Hotel Parador. It's very eclectic. It has this old and new feel. The older style is almost like the old buildings in Europe, and then they built brand new section and new rooms. They have an amazing tree canopy view of all the different animals that live up in the trees. So this is where I saw most of the sloths, most of the monkeys during my stay in Costa Rica. And it's not located right on the beach, but it's a short walk to the beach. The other hotel I'd recommend is the Arenas del Mar Beach, because it is beachfront. And then a brand new resort as well is called the Los Altos Beach Resort, and it's more condo style, so you have your own kitchen. And here's a view that I took from my balcony at the Hotel Parador in the new building section. So quite amazing views of the ocean and all the trees. And here's the picture of my room at the Hotel Parador. So this again is the new modern section. And this is a view of the canopy. So as you're high above the trees, it's very convenient to see all the animals. And this is my buddy here, Mr. Sloth. So as you can see, all a variety of different animals that you encounter just as you're walking through the grounds of this property. So the Hotel Parador is really ideal for wedding groups as well. I would highly recommend it because they have quite a variety of rooms, from the budget rooms that is quite accommodating to any guest's budget, and to the high-end room like the presidential suite, etc. And this is in the old hotel section. And this is the swimming pool. And no, that's not a real live alligator. So a lot of nooks and crannies at this property as well. They also offer romantic dinners in their wine cellar. And this is a shot of their standard room. All right, so we're going to attend Charlene and Stephen's wedding here at the Hotel Parador. Lots of fun, lots of music, everybody out having a great time here in Manuel Antonio. Okay, so from Capos, we're going to rent a car or either a bus. There's two public bus transportation companies that can bus you up. Also, again, we can fly with Nature Air to get us up there if we have a shorter time available. But in this case, we're just going to drive up from Capos through Jaco, through Punta Arenas, and up to Monte Verde, which is the cloud forest. Of course, you can never anticipate what you're going to encounter along the way. And here's a very interesting restaurant. So we'll definitely have to sit down and have a lunch there. And we're going to drive through Jaco Beach. This area is the sort of up-and-coming tourist town. It's excellent for surfing, and right now they're mostly apartment-style hotels, so very small, boutique-y style. But that's the environment. Is a small town with a main street. And we continue our journey up through Punta Arenas. In this area, it is a bustling cruise port city, which means there are now developments of American-style resorts such as the DoubleTree, the Marriott, etc. It is a very expansive beach, a very dark sand, almost mud-like beach, and we get a lot of visitors here from San Jose, from the local community, because it's only 15 minutes away. So this is their weekend getaway as well. But if you're considering, this might be a great option for such things as a wedding group or a business group, because they can accommodate any size. The DoubleTree Punta Arenas is when I look through, it is all-inclusive as well. The Los Sueños Marriott is oceanfront. They have great golf. And the Lang Lang Beach Resort is funky. It has all these little huts. They have a white beach as well, and they do offer wedding packages. So we're going to keep driving north here through some of the windy streets. Most of the streets in Costa Rica are very, very good, but sometimes you encounter the gravel streets, especially on our way up to Monte Verde. As we approach Monte Verde, the altitude increases and we get higher and higher, and the trees change. They go from palm trees to this different atmosphere, very, very lush, very, very green. And the road can be quite tight, small and narrow and windy when we get up to this area. Once we arrive into the village of Monte Verde, it's another quaint, interesting town. It has This area has a biodiversity of over 100 species of mammals. They have a frog museum, so you get to see all the variety of different frogs. And it's actually in a cloud forest, so it's not a rainforest. And they call it a cloud forest because of the altitude, so it's 1,400 meters above the sea level. And they offer a lot of exciting things to see and do, from the zip lining, coffee tours, horseback riding, like I said, the frog sanctuary. This area was founded by the Quakers in 1950 from the USA. When they left the USA to build this community, and it's quite a unique and interesting community. The rainy season is May to October, and it's just neat to see all the town and a couple little restaurants, etc. I stayed at the El Establo Hotel. The interesting thing here is that it is a third generation hotel. So originally built by the Quakers, they had a stable here and like a ranch, and they still maintain that environment. It's on acres and acres of land. They have their own zip lining. The rooms are modern and fresh and clean. So I would recommend the El Establo Hotel in Monteverde. And we did a night tour, so it was a lot of fun to just get a flashlight out and be guided through the forest because of all the different creatures that come out at night. So as you can see, Costa Rica is really ideal for those people who want to get out and see the different flora and fauna and get back to nature. It's ideal for those who want to explore, see new things, etc. And I took it upon myself to get some zip lining in. So I did this at the El Establo. And it was great fun. Sometimes the line went to nowhere because you're in the cloud forest, so you're just hoping that you'll arrive to your destination at some point because you're just going into the fog. And it's great fun just to try some new things and be crazy. We ended off here with Tarzan swing. It was very, very scary, but exhilarating. And then back to the town to, for example, the Treehouse restaurant, where we're the second level actually in a tree. And the hamburgers here are excellent. All right, so from Monteverde, we're going to keep traveling to another destination wedding, which is being held in the Arenal area. So from Monteverde to the Arenal area, we have to travel around Lake Arenal, which is one of the most scenic drives ever. So I'd highly recommend that. The Arenal volcano is one of the 10 most active volcanoes in the world. It definitely was one of my highlights of my trip to Costa Rica. Lake Arenal is quite pretty. It is the largest lake in Costa Rica, And the town itself is called La Fortuna. It was born in 1968 when the other towns actually recovered in 3 days worth of debris from an eruption back in 1968. So because it is an active volcano, it's interesting because you get to see it and hear it and feel it, but you still are safe because they will let you know, obviously, in advance if anything's going to happen. And just as we're turning around the corner, this is the first view we get of the volcano itself. So you get your rolling hills, and all of a sudden, out of the blue, this big peak. Along the drive, we see more monkeys. And this is the road itself on our drive around the lake to the Arenal volcano. As you can see, it is the highlight of all the scenery around this area. The volcano itself continuously flows lava, and throughout the years the lava flow will be on different sides of the volcano. So in one particular, about 10 years ago, many of the resorts built themselves where the volcano was flowing so you can watch the flow. Now the volcano has shifted a bit and is flowing on the south side where there are no hotels. So you can still stay at a hotel and see the volcano, but you can't see the lava flow currently. But it will keep shifting around and around the peak. So these are some of our top recommended hotels in the Arenal area. I stayed at the Kirikoro. It is the one that is closest to the volcano, and the room views are absolutely stunning. You just open up these massive doors and curtains to just this view of the volcano, and with nothing else blocking your view. It's basically outside your front step. The other property I highly recommend is the Springs. This one is my personal favorite. It is top quality in everything. If you've watched The Bachelor recently, this is where they had filmed The Bachelor. And it has the most extensive hot water springs than any other hotel in this area. The Hotel Royal Corrine, this is very, very high-end deluxe accommodations, so I'd recommend it for those who are looking for that high-end experience. And then the Tabacon Hot Springs Resort, that's a very, very popular property because it's one of the first that was built, and they also do wedding packages as well. The Linda Vista Hotel is the one that has the lava flow view. I would classify it more 2.5 to 3-star property. So again, for your honeymoon and wedding, probably not the most ideal. However, they do have a great restaurant that you can make your reservations and have dinner there and get to watch the lava flow from dinner. And that's quite a romantic experience as well for those honeymooners. At the Hotel Kirikoro, this is the shot of the actual lobby. There are no walls. They just show the view of the surrounding hills. And this is the view from your own balcony. So again, it's really right on your doorstep. Like most hotels in the area, they do have their own natural hot springs as well. And there's life everywhere you see in Costa Rica. And this is a shot of the actual lava flow from the Hotel Linda's restaurant. When you get really close to the volcano, such as visiting their national park, you can actually hear the boulders coming down the peak of the volcano. It's quite exhilarating. And here's the little car that I rented, which we drove around Costa Rica in. So zone of high volcanic risk. You enter under your own risk. So this is the national park itself. Many different paths. It's fun to hike around here as well. I would probably, just take about an hour or two hiking through the vegetation, and then at the end you get to the closest you'll ever get to the volcano itself. During the hike, you get to see different lava flows and rocks from the past eruptions. And I don't necessarily say that you need to have a tour guide in this particular national park. And the lava date 1992. So again, it's very, very active volcano. And this is the Springs resort that I had mentioned that was also filmed at The Bachelor. So they do have extensive pools and the hot springs as well. They do have a swim-up pool bar. I would highly, highly recommend this resort for both honeymooners, and also it's most ideal for wedding groups. They're very friendly. They're extremely accommodating. They have excellent facilities. This particular one is the restaurant, all air conditioned with excellent views of the volcano. And these are the hot springs themselves. So you basically go and explore the different pools. You get in and out, and they have different temperatures and different degrees of minerals, etc. And here we're going to attend Melissa and Thomas's wedding. This is right here at the Springs Resort. So you get stunning pictures of the volcanoes. Now the Springs is farther away from the volcano, so you get a full-on view of the volcano. Here in Costa Rica, you can do a traditional wedding, religious ceremony, or a traditional ceremony done in Costa Rica. Costa Rica makes for stunning wedding photos as well, as you can see. Again, it's just getting back to nature. All right, we will continue our journey from Arenal into Liberia and to the beach area of Costa Rica. So Liberia is in the province of Guanacaste. It's again where the airport is. It's less than an hour to Tamarindo and Papagayo, so these are some main areas where the beaches are. And there truly are so many bays and areas of beaches in this area. So it's even fun. You can spend a week or two beach hopping in this area alone. It is 3 hours from the Arenal volcano, and a great festival they have, Guanacaste Day, every July 25th. And these are some of our top recommended hotels in this province if you're looking for the beach. The Rio Guanacaste is the newest property. It has the best beach I've seen in Costa Rica. It's very active, fun. It is isolated. It can definitely accommodate any wedding group size, and it has the standard of all-inclusive, the excellent food, the excellent room, everything that you would imagine with an all-inclusive resort. The Paradisus Playa Conchal, it has one of the most expansive areas that I've been to at a resort. They have their own golf course. The Tamarindo Daria is right in the town of Tamarindo, so the plus here is that you can just walk outside your front door and be in the town. The Flamingo Beach Resort is also in the town of Tamarindo. The Occidental Grand Papagayo is a 4.5-star property located on a hill. This is one of our most popular properties as well for wedding groups. Its sister property, the Allegro Papagayo, is one of the more affordable ones. It's located very close to the Occidental, but it's probably one you would consider if your guests are on a tighter budget. And then the other one that is popular for both honeymooners and wedding groups is the Barcelo Langosta Beach. It is also all-inclusive. So with my stay at the Rio Guanacaste, here are some photos that I took of the grounds. When you stay at a Rio resort, which they are located in Mexico, Dominican Republic, now brand new in Cuba, Jamaica, you get the same standard no matter wherever you stay. Their architecture makes you feel like you're staying in a palace as well. And so it's unlike any other property that I experienced in Costa Rica. And here's their picture of the beach. So as you can see, very expansive. Nice and clean standard rooms, all with flat screen televisions. And while we're here staying at the Rio or any of the properties in this area, we can definitely go out and explore. I would highly recommend that. If you do decide to take just a 7-night all-inclusive package to Costa Rica, my greatest recommendation is try to get outside of the resort as much as you can to explore the real culture and the real cuisine of Costa Rica. The Tamarindo Daria is a small, quaint property, again located right in the town of Tamarindo. You can see it's located on the main beach. It's quaint. The rooms are basic. And this is to give you the style and look of the Tamarindo, just so you get a feel. Small surfers, surfing community. And then onward to the Flamingo Beach Resort, standard rooms, expansive pools, located also right on the beach. This is the one that's popular for wedding groups, the Occidental Grand Papagayo. As I'd mentioned, it is located on the hill, so there are a lot of steps to walking down from the different levels, from the pool to the lobby down to the beach. So if you have elderly people in your group, perhaps this one might not be the most ideal for that wedding group that has more elderly people or those with walking problems. As you can see, the Barcelo Langosta Beach is a little more flat and located on its own beach as well. Very standard rooms. It is all-inclusive, standard food, but offers one of the most affordable all-inclusive packages to Costa Rica. So here we're going to attend Kelsey's and Andres' wedding here in Playa Conchal. So this is the Paradisus Playa Conchal. This is the one with the very expansive grounds and its own golf course. This is the room I took, the shot of the room that I stayed at. And the pictures of their pool and their golf course. This is an aerial shot of the property. And a shot of their beautiful beach. Very expansive, but this beach sand quality isn't quite your typical really soft white sandy beach. It is made up of more coral and shells, as you can see here in the zoomed picture. The rooms here are off of the beach, so there aren't any ocean front or ocean view rooms, but just a short distance through these trees and you are at the resort. So the wedding itself, we're going to get prepared, help our friend out. Lots of fun, everybody enjoying themselves as you do at destination weddings. And they have chosen to have a beach wedding right here at Playa Conchel. And those are the background scenery you would have in your pictures here at this resort. And the reception dinner, as like in most all-inclusives, the reception dinner is included in your all-inclusive package. However, if you would like to have your reception dinner in a private setting, such as on the beach, or rent out one of the a la carte restaurants yourself, then I would estimate a budget around $50 per person for a private function reception dinner. All right, so that concludes our journey through Costa Rica and our attendance at 3 destination weddings. Unfortunately, we have to hop on the bus back to the airport. And unfortunately, have to jump on our plane back to home. They're saying here is pura vida, which is pure life. And that's what Costa Ricans do. They live their life as pure, as simple, and as full as they can. So thank you for attending our webinar and for attending these 3 destination weddings in Costa Rica. I hope that journey through the country gives you a better idea of the different areas, a better idea of different resorts and hotels offerings that are to you. What most people do is a customized itinerary, and we can put that together for you here at Romantic Planet Vacations, and we'd love to do that. Whether you want to incorporate flying from destination to destination, or renting a car, or taking the public bus, not a problem. We can definitely utilize all of our travel suppliers and put together the best itinerary that suits your budget, your duration, and your interests. So thank you very much for attending our webinar. Again, you can reach us at romanticplanet.ca on the internet, or by calling us toll-free at 1-866-247-8123. Thank you very much.